Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another ATS mod preview slash review slash we're going to look at something here. We're going to do a video on something. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So today is the special transport heavy mod that just came out here just not too long ago. Decided we'd do a video people asked about in our last live stream. We did a very nice big shot heavy haul heavy hauler 389 there, and it was good. It was a good stream. People seem to really enjoy it, so I figured, you know, why not? Let's just do a 15-20 minute video. Let's build up a truck here with or at least using those mods and a few other things that I'm going to kind of recommend that go along with them. So first off, you're going to need a couple of different things. We're going to kind of talk through some of these mods, but right now we're looking here. This is the actual just bare bones 389 Viper. We're going to tear this thing down a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and build it back up really quick because I've already kind of gone through it. You can see a screenshot, so I already know exactly what I'm going to be doing. So the first things off, we're going to go with 60-inch flat top sleeper. Now, the chassis is something you need to kind of be on the watch out for. I mean, only really ones that work with this are anyone that say long. They can be long lowered, they can be just regular long, they can also be steer lowered or steered long. Doesn't matter. I personally kind of like the steer longs just because it has that wheel in there. When it drops down, it does steer. Now, you do have stuff like this one where you've got the lowered version, which I'm not a big fan of, but it does give you the wheels back here. You'll have 3 sets of rears instead of just the one. So that's totally up to you. But you do have like 6.4 longs if you want to, although I will explain that they're not going to look right. So you need to have once you see the other half of this mod, you'll be like, oh, I see why. So let's go with an 8x4 long, and let's go with the steered. Let's go steer long. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, for any of this other stuff, it really doesn't matter. I mean, for right now, I'm just going to go with the 3406. I like 3406. Let's throw that in there. Let's throw in also a really nice high gear ratio here on our Eaton Fuller 18. Inside, let's throw the gray old dash in there. It's one of the faves there from me. Paint job, we are going to go straight up a black knight. Now we're going to see that's just the standard that's there. It's got a little bit of a tinge to a charcoalish color, but oh man, it looks good. Okay, here's the fun part. Okay, really quick, let's look at some of what you have here with the mod. Let's look at some things that we can do, some things you have to just watch out for. It won't take too long. Let's just start right up here at the top real quick. Hood trim and hood handles, yes please. Painted rivets, sure, why not? Let's see the Pride and Class logo. Throw this nice little vintage logo here on the side. No, none of that. Let's throw that one or the chrome. Yes, that's the one we need. Perfecto. I don't even do any of that stuff. Yes, we do LEDs. We'll get into that here in just a minute. And color style options. Okay, so these can pretty much go whatever you want to. I think I usually wind up getting this color style 3 because it's got this chrome ring, but everything else is painted. So let's leave it that. Blinker bar, I believe it's LED paint. Nope, it's the one that's got the 2 doubles. Blinker bar, yeah, there you go. Blinker bars, that's what I like doing there. And then we do the grill with painted with the black mesh. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now here's the good stuff. So here's where all your heavy haul stuff is. Now you notice you've got a ton of extra stuff. So if you don't want to add all these standard bumper, you can still have all these accessory slots on here for whatever the heck you want to put on here. I don't know why you'd have this much stuff to put on the front light-wise, but some people like doing that. Here's the cool thing. You'll see all the black heavy haul bumpers. You'll see a version 1. You'll see version just a regular one, and then you'll see like Caterpillar, chrome, gray, Mamoette, and then the heavy haul paint. Now then it moves into all the other regular mods. The one thing that this one has are all these right here. Now the gray, black, chrome, Caterpillar colored is just this yellowy mustardy color. I'm not a fan of this because I don't think that's a true cat color, but whatever. I don't like it. You've got the chromed out version, which is not a bad look. If you're especially going for that, you've got the gray one, which is nice. Now, I personally like the version 1 because it does have the little side, distance readers there. I guess would be the best way to put them. They usually are little lights on the corner, but anyway. Then you got the Mamoette, which is nothing but a French heavy haul company. If you don't know what that is, it's more of a Euro heavy hauler. And then you've got the paint, and the paint perfectly matches whatever paint you've got up there. So I'm going to roll the painted heavy haul bumper one. Now, that's the one thing that this adds in. As you can see, it adds in these nice thrashed, kind of hash lines in here and the side warning signs. And it's got the big, huge tow hooks and stuff on the front all bolted in the bumper. So really nice. Now, this is the other thing. I'd mentioned there was a couple other mods that can go with this really well. Now, it does come with this heavy haul. I believe it does comes with all of these flammable liquids. So if you want to put a couple of these things up there, radioactive substances, whatever you want to, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I personally like this one because I like these little LEDs back here. And once we get to them, I'll show you. I said once I get to them. There they are. So these little things right here are pretty slick. So I'll pick a left. Actually, that would be the right, and then this one would be the left. And when these things do, they'll alternate back and forth like that, which is so flipping cool. And if you put ones on the left versus one on the right, they'll do it if you put, like, if you're on the side and you put one on the left, and you put the next one's the right, then the next one's the left, and they'll alternate on the side of your vehicle. So, yeah, just a cool thing. Now, if you wanted to add on to this does nothing but just go back and forth, kind of like the Knight Rider. Or if you put two rights on there, they'll both do it at the same time. But I like alternating because that just looks good. Okay, so no mirrors on this because I'm going to run mirrors on the corner here. So no biggie there. I'm not actually even going to change the filter because I like that. The only other thing that this becomes a personal preference. Is going to be your side box and how you do your sides. Now, I'm personally going to leave mine the same. At least for right now, because I'm just going to show a point, prove a point here. So let's look at the back end of this. Now we've got the 63-inch flat sleeper on here. Now you see you've got all these new style red blinkers. You've got kind of the old style 389 with the big old square lights in the back. Then you've got the rear light plate. Now all this stuff is stuff that comes on the default 389. Here's where the cool stuff starts. You'll see it just looks different. So you've got this headache black, and all it does is it adds this really sleek, cool kind of a sheathing over all of your tires and stuff, protection and whatnot. Now you've got the same exact color match mod as you have on the front bumper. So you've got Caterpillar yellow, you've got the chrome, you've got gray, you've got that red color. Now I will say there's a little caveat with the Mammoet. I've yet to get it. Well, all this stuff is missing. So I'm not sure why all that stuff is missing out of this one versus not the other ones. Maybe something that the mod is a little bit incomplete, but I'm going to go paint skin here so this matches the black truck that I already have. So let's roll with that. Now, a couple things here that do come with this are these little hella brake lights. And you'll see also with the 389, if you scroll down, you'll have these little these round blinkers. Now, the round blinkers and all this stuff are just exactly kind of what the new LED lights that they put in trucks now. So what I am going to do is just put round brake lights across the back here really quick. We'll do the same thing on this side. And then we'll add in let's do blinker left here. So we'll add 3 blinker lefts. Okay. And we'll do the bottom side here. 3 on this. Whoops, not blinker right, blinker rights. There we go. All right, cool. Now from there, we're good to go. So we've got that on. Now, I am not going to put all of them on here, but we do have all of these lights that you can put on as well. Those are all little side lights. Now, I usually will put like these orange LED lights on those just because they're easy. And then that usually looks pretty good on there as well. So we'll leave that in there. Let me go ahead and put that back on. There we go. Okay, now the other add-on to this is the nice headache ramp. Now, they've kind of got... all of these were stuff that if you really would want to use some of the regular stuff from the 389 mod itself, a lot of this stuff will still look just fine on here. That doesn't really look bad. It doesn't look like anything, out of place. Still looks like it fits within the mod. But if you would like to use something that does come with this heavy haul mod, they do have some things down on the bottom side. Now, I think we get in here, it gets into the weird stuff. Now, here's one that actually is pretty good. This would be one of my second favorites just because it's got the beacon bars and everything on the back. So when everything's rolling, it actually is pretty legit. I actually don't mind that. It's actually kind of nice, but I'm sticking with what I normally do here. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the regular stuff that comes in the mod. That's just plumb stupid. But I guess if you're running the one of the bigger stand-up cabs in there, that's what that's for. I don't think they had... Yeah, that's one I used to always run, but it doesn't look right with this mod. It clashes with it. So anyway, so yeah. Crisis diverted back to what we're doing here. So let's go back rack black. So these are what comes with it. Now, the only thing that is bad about this is that the Britax or the big T LEDs and all that stuff are not showing up with this mod, and it should be. So you should have access to the beacons. You should have access to the secondary side beacons. All that stuff should still be active here. But I think there's probably just something wrong with this mod that it's not allowing that to be an active part of it. So just kind of give that some time. But let's just say you want to go back on the other ones, which we can. If you want to go back on the other ones and add that chrome one in, then, you know, certainly can. Or just like in my case, you know, we could go back and just add in this one right here. So you've got the color between that and then this rack 5. Nope, sorry, rack 4. I told you wrong. There you go. So rack 4 is the one that adds that in. So we'll just roll for that for right now. Not a big deal. You've already got some lights. You've got reverse lights already up here as well. So that's on. Now, the only other thing really you can add in for at least this part is doing your air hose stand. Now, we are in 1.30, just to let you know. We're not in 1.3, so we won't be dealing with any of the other stuff. Okay, so here's the other little caveat, the other little thing you have to be careful of with this mod. Make sure you're only using chrome short tanks. Use anything else that's just a regular fuel tank, it'll draw it through the box and it looks stupid. So just use the chrome, or if you want to go down and use one of the paints, you can use the painted ones that have the chrome ends on them, which is probably what we're going to do because that looks pretty good. Now, wheels are the other thing, a part of this mod that kind of make it what it is. I guess in normal fashion, with typically with some of these mods, oh, actually, I'm just looking here to see. Yeah, we do have this. We do have that. All right, awesome. All right, that's what I was looking for. So you got a couple different options with wheels. Now the wheels I have are the Mayhem wheels here. Yeah, right here. So we got to put these Mayhem wheels on there. They're the monsters. So you can kind of see how they've got the black. So if you're like one of those posh 4x4 guys that's got like the, you know, it's got like the 2018 Chevy, you know, Chevy 2500 diesel up, sitting up on some 38s with these posh black with chrome accented wheels on there. You know, you might be no, you're not nothing but a cool guy. Anyway, so you go down to your wheels. You got all this stuff down here. You go ahead and add in all of your caps for your wheels. Go ahead and all this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. So just put all the Mayhem stuff on there. Puts a nice cap on there as well, but gives you a huge tire. So here's where you can go with the decision. So you can go in with this and use this just like anything else and have this nice rounded over fender. Or if you would like to get into something a little more custom with the fender, the front fender anyway, you could also put the heavy duty one on there, and that adds that really squared up look on the front end. So that's totally up to you. The tire fits in either or. I do not know if it fits. Let's see if it fits in the custom. It does not. It looks ridiculous. Custom fender too, and it looks ridiculous too. So when you turn, you're going to be all into this thing. So it's not really going to work in either one of those. So looks like you are stuck with the standard, or you're stuck with the heavy duty. And actually, I don't really care. I mean, I think both of those look pretty doggone good, but we'll go with the heavy duty because that just fits the truck. And then our step in here, let's go ahead and put in the box double. Yeah, there we go. So we've already got the fuel tank, the paints in there, so that's all good to go. Let's go and add our, let's go into some big pipes in here. Factory exhaust, curved. No, not really. Big pipe straight with heat shield. Ooh, that's kind of a fave. I don't know why I like those. Those are okay. They're just, I don't know. There's just something about the way they come out from back behind the engine. It's like you could throw a watermelon in the top of those things. That's too angled with heat shield. Wow, that's ridiculous. I've forgotten all these, man. I've forgotten all these, how ridiculous they look. Big pipe straight with heat shield. Let's do that one. All right, that looks cool. All right, so this is basically right now what you're seeing is basically it. Now we can go back through, which we can pretty quickly here. We can go back through. We'll add in all of our stuff here because our wheels got to change. We'll put these Goodyears on there. There you go. Check on that. Let's go ahead and add in that. We'll go ahead and add in our Whoops. That and then our caps. Good thing is you only have to do this once. Not twice. And adds the missions on there. We'll put some Goodyears on there. Check. And we've got to go ahead and add our hubs on there. Looks snazzy. Don't have to worry about the wheel hubs. So go ahead and add that in there. One last one. Check. We'll put our caps on. Check. We'll put our hub on. And check. So there you go. Man, that's awesome. Okay. So now the only last thing you got to do is take the quarter fenders off. So just go ahead and wherever it gives you that X, go ahead and snap those things off. That way, because you don't need them. That really is the last thing to do on the wheels. So all that is taken care of. We've got the back heavy haul part in there. That looks good. We've got everything else done. The only other thing and the cool thing that I think that this thing comes with, I said that I think, but it's a cool thing that I like, is these really cool mud flaps. So if you're scrolling down towards the very end of your list here, you'll probably see if you got the big T, the Britax, LED flash beacons and all that stuff in here. A lot of these other LED lights are stuff from other trucks. So don't be alarmed and say, "Oh, my mods didn't come with that." Yours doesn't. Yours starts right here, and you'll have this. You'll have Cat mud flaps. You'll have Mammoet. You'll have Peterbilt mud flaps, and then you'll have heavy left, heavy rights, and then these sty holds. So depending on what your favorite brand, what your weapon of choice is, you can roll with any of these Peterbilts, whether you want to go with sty holds, which I think is what I'm going to roll with. So you've got two different versions. So notice that if you do heavy right, it draws it in. Make sure you got heavy left for the left side, and then go over here, heavy right on the right side. I'm looking here. I think I've got everything else there. Now on the back side, you've got one more thing on the very, very, very bottom down here. You have to kind of be sneaky about it. Do the same scroll down, and you'll find a single here. We'll put a single here just to kind of keep the last bit of stuff flying out from back behind the thing, and then we'll throw a double in the back. So that way we've literally got mud flaps all across the bottom. You can add lights all to the side here, depending on whether or not you want to add your LED. If you got LED aftermarkets that you've downloaded as a mod, anything that works in those slots. Right now, it's pretty much the same stuff worked with the brake lights. So brake lights, you've got some of these side bumper marker lefts and rights. If you wanted to put some of those in there, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not a huge fan either way. I do like them as long as they match all the way down the side. It looks pretty snazzy. Plus, you still got all these up here. So you still got plenty going on. So anyway, last thing on this truck, let's go ahead and I just want to make these light bar paint. Nope, not the deep one. Nope, not that one. Shoot. Here it is. Custom light bar paint. There we go. All right, let's confirm this. Let's take a look at it. And so there we go. We can purchase. We'll send it down to Tucson. Let it load in any of these other trucks. I must have another truck there. Now the other thing with these is there's nothing really different. These don't allow you to do anything special with the truck that you could do with any of the 389 before. These are simple cosmetic issues. And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and load in here. So I've got a few different things on this one. I've got, we kind of went back and did something. We still got everything else we did. The only thing that we added into it instead, the new truck that we kind of built up, we had that back headache rack, had something different on it. But right now it's just got this on for what it is now. But anyway, as you can see, it looks really awesome. It looks snazzy. It's got the lights full up here. You can kind of see how everything's rolling. If you had the different headache bars, or if you did some of the other standard mods, it's going to look just great. It does have that tag axle in the back, so you can lift that up and back down. And it does turn. So we do have the steerable one on. You can see how it steers back there. what we get for not watching where we're going, right? There we go. Let's get that heavy haul up out of here. Alright, cool, there we go. Yeah, so now you kind of see the whole entire thing. Really does look well. Especially at night when you go up alongside. So on the front side, you've got the beacons going, you've got all the side lights in here, man. It's just, this thing really looks nasty. So anyway, that's the special heavy haul transport mod here in a nutshell. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll turn back around here. We'll go back to our parking place here and get this load dropped off. Because we've got a big old excavator on here, so that'll be interesting to bring this back around. Part of some of our good trailer mods that we have on here. So anyway, if you guys like this, go ahead and drop a like on this. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. You want to see a little bit more of these mod showcases, and especially too for all my regular guys and ATS guys, if you enjoy seeing some of these, let me know in the comments if you got another truck, if you got another mod that you want me to take a look at, whether that be trailers, whether that be any kind of particular style of truck. We've done the 359, now we've done the special heavy haul transport 389. So we'll continue that with any other truck you guys would like to see. I've got a few other plans too for some of the oldie goldies that really have not gotten much play over the past, just because yeah, they're just not they're not your normal 389 or 79 or the 59. You know, it's not normally what's just kind of being capped out right there now in live streams and so forth. So I've got a few things like a really cool 521 and some really kind of old school Kenworth, so, and a 281 as well. So that's some really nice, cool old stuff that we're gonna do a little showcase here on. And then give you guys some links. Don't forget, all these links are down here in the bottom. We've got lots of stuff here as we move into 1.31. We got Oregon coming up. We've got all the new stuff that's in the public beta is all going to become one and done here once 1.31 goes live. So we got lots of things, plus a special transport here, at least with ATS, is going to be coming in. So we're going to have some really cool options for some new stuff and new mods to come in with those as well. So one good thing I always say, whenever SES and those guys make new roads and make new stuff come alive here in the actual default game, that gives all of the modders a chance to really catch up and gives them a chance to be able to plug their mods in for more and bigger stuff. So I really can't wait to see that. It's going to be really cool to see what's 1.31 and then continuation of all these other you know, parts of the sim and actually start taking shape. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we'll take a little ride around here in our heavy haul transport here. We'll stop short of the stoplight here and get a good look here at the 2040 389 heavy haul special transport mod. So anyway, I hope you liked it, guys. Don't forget to leave that like. Don't forget to subscribe if you like it here. We'll catch you all here in the next video, guys. We'll see you.